what's up guys, it's Mark here. Would you like to know how to make some really cool Instagram videos that you could post to help get your YouTube channel traction, or to help a social media marketing company get some traction, or just to help a client get some traction, get some exposure? Make really cool videos just like this and post them, get tons of views, get tons of referrals, and get them all to go to your link. I'm gonna show you how to make some really cool videos here, since I didn't see any videos on YouTube that really gave a good in-depth explanation on how to turn like a YouTube video or promo video into a really good square footage to put on Instagram. So let's jump right into it. So for this, I'm going to be using Sony Vegas, but you can use any other editing software. They all work the same. Make sure you screenshot this part right here, or copy and paste it, write it down somewhere, because this is the information that you're going to need. They could be from 3 seconds to 60 seconds long. These are the file types. I found it works best to go with the MP4 because that one you can also upload to Facebook as well, so it's really easy to convert it. And there's another piece that I need to show you here, and that is some more pieces on what the bit rate is, what the frame rate is, and the max resolution. We're gonna do a 1080 by 1080 square piece. And you can also see here that we don't want the file size to be over 15 megabytes. So that's the maximum. You can compress the file size if it's too big, but I'm gonna show you some cool settings that you could use to make sure that your video doesn't go beyond that size. Okay, so let's look at the project. So you can see here, when I go to properties, I've already put in my main video, but what I'm actually doing here is I'm changing the width and the height, so that's a square ratio. So 1080 by 1080 is usually what I like to go with. To me, I found out it's the best way to upload it to Instagram. It usually comes out really well when you use those parameters. So once you change that and you hit apply, you should see that now your video will have the 2 big black lines there. And before I added the text, that's what it would normally look like. Once you add the text in, you can see that now it actually looks like a good Instagram square video, even though it has my main video in there, which I'm promoting for to try to get some attention on. And you can see that it runs, and just to give you an idea of how to sell these things, or how to get people to view it, put just a little clip in there, and then watch at the end. Right, you cut it off, kind of give them a little taste of it, then have them, take action on the link in the bio. Unfortunately, you cannot put links in the description on Instagram, so make sure you always refer to the link in your bio. So put multiple videos in your bio, put your best videos or whatever in your bio, or make a list of whichever videos you want to send them to, because that's the best way to get people from Instagram to go to your main page, or to go to your main video to watch the rest of it. I assume that most of you guys have done some sort of video editing, so I am going to use some advanced terminology in here and not go through every little detail. That way I can kind of convey it as quickly as possible. I don't want this video to go long. So we're gonna look at the render settings, and so I have a preset. First off, we're just gonna title it like Insta Promo Video Story, or whatever. And I went to the MP4 piece right here. You can use a couple other ones. You could do an MOV, but like I said, the MP4 tends to be the best format for this. And so I have my own settings here. I played around with quite a few. And when you go to the customize template, a couple big things here. Make sure that you change the frame rate, or the frame size I should say, to 1080 by 1080. I found that one to be the best to make it a smaller file. The quality still looks good, as you saw from the beginning of the video. I also changed the frame rate to 15. Just because I found that significantly reduces the file size, and it doesn't really take away from quality that much. If you really want to go 30 because your film looks really good, and you're trying to do something that really accentuates the look of like a house or a property, or a drone footage or something like that, then you might want to go for 30 and then just compress the file later. But just know that 15 is usually good for most videos, and you won't see any lag or anything like that. So you can see where my the rest of my settings are. I didn't really fool around with many of those. Everything else was good. The bit rate, I found that that's a good bit rate to go for on the audio. And the last piece is, and this is just for Sony Vegas, change the render quality to good. Take it from use project setting to good. If you go to best, then what ends up happening is it becomes a little bit too big of a file. So just stick with those. Once you got that, it's all good to go. Go ahead and hit render. Okay, so now it's all done. We're gonna open it up. You can see here it is. And we're gonna look at the properties. That's the first thing. Make sure it's the size that we want. Before you upload it to your phone, before you send it over and try to post it, make sure it is under the size that you want. If it's over, either change some settings or, like I said, download compression software and get it compressed to make sure it's below 15 megabytes. And so this is well within the range. 5 megabytes is plenty, and this is about a 45-second long video, so that's really good. So I never have problems with the size of my video that I'm trying to output. You have to take it directly to the phone because you can't do it online, unfortunately. So once you have your phone up, pull open the storage, and then you're just going to go wherever your photos are and find your camera inside the files within your phone, and then you're just going to transfer over your file into here. You might get this little thing right here that says that it might not be able to play. Just ignore that. As long as you have the MP4 file, you should be fine. Okay, so now it is on my phone. You just go straight to Instagram, and then you just hit this plus arrow here, and you can see the different files that I have on here. I practice with a variety of different settings, and then you're just gonna hit next, and then you'll see here first off that you could change up how it looks. I usually just keep it normal. Geez, that's gonna get annoying. And then you just go to trim if you need to trim it down at all, if it was too big. And then here's probably the most important part. Make sure you select a good cover for the starting point. Before the video's running, this is the thumbnail. So I usually just pick something that looks good, like that. Geez, I can't get it to stick. There we go. And then you hit next. You're gonna put your caption on there. Make sure, always add a location that helps people find you. Always add hashtags, very popular ones that are within your brand, so you can get some attention that way as well. And you know, put a good caption in there, like, you know, hear out my story, or whatever types of captions you want to put in there. And then always say, check out the link in my bio. Check out the full video in my bio, right? And that way when someone clicks on it, they can see your video, or when someone goes to your main profile, they'll see where the link is, they'll click on the link from there, and that will take them directly to the full video. Once you got it posted on there, you should see it. Now, based upon me moving out to California, which is... And so when everyone clicks on your profile, then they can actually go to where your stuff is. They can see where your videos are, and they can just click on the link, and it'll take them directly to your main page or wherever exactly you wanted them to go. So very cool, very easy. I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, be sure to at least hit that like button, subscribe if you want more content. And I'll be posting video content like this regularly, at least 3 days a week. So feel free to also share the video if you've got other people that you want to help. And I look forward to seeing you guys on another video.